Well everyone, it is official, we have a new pony at the barn. But before I tell you which one I ended up taking home with me, be sure to check out my trying ponies video so you can get the full context for this video and everything will make a lot more sense. After I posted my shopping for my new jumper pony, I did do a little poll over on my community tab to see which pony out of the 4 I tried you guys think I should get. And the majority voted for none other than this cutie Peppermint, and coming in at second was Belle. Part of me was kind of expecting this because out of all the horses I tried, these two were probably the most well-rounded, and I mean, just look at those faces. And unfortunately, I did not go with Peppermint. Even though I didn't buy this cutie, I figured I'd get all the ponies honorable mentions and explain why they might not have been the best fit for me. Although Pepper was one of the coolest horses I've been around, he was just not practical. I couldn't see myself really doing a lot of jumping, as Icelandic horses aren't really known for that anyways. If I'm looking for a jumping prospect, a breed like Icelandics probably wouldn't fulfill my dreams of jumping ponies. However cool, I just don't think it was the right fit. The next horse that was on the chopping block was unfortunately Chip. In case you forgot, he was the only one being considered as a Carolee situation, and I think I made the decision that I wanted this next member of the barn family to be my very own. It would have also just felt like training someone else's horse for them to a certain extent, so I came to the conclusion that it wouldn't be right for me. Although he was a sweetie, and if he were for sale, that would have made my decision a lot harder because he did seem very smart, and I also am in love with Appaloosas, so case in point, but I'm excited to see where he goes in the future with his new person. At this point, the 2 little mares were the only ones I needed to choose from. And you'll probably be able to deduct who is in the barn with me currently once I share with you this next bit of info. Susie is absolutely epic for a 13-hand pony. Jumping up to 2'9" is pretty incredible for such a small thing. However, I did have the concern that she was just too little. I think she would be much more suitable for a confident kid that she could take through the ringer. But for me, I don't know if I would be comfortable jumping with such a small pony, and I don't think I would be able to bring her to her max potential, and she has a lot. Alright, so at this point, you know who it is. Miss Belle is the pony I bought. I really feel like I made the right decision here. At 13.3 hands, she was a much more reasonable height for me, where I could do competitions and be at peace in my mind knowing I'm not too much for her. And although 16 years was older than what I was looking for, it really just means she is in her prime time, and as of now she shows no signs of slowing down. She was the most well-seasoned out of all the ponies I tried, as she's done lots of work in hunter jumping, and there's really no reason that she can't delve into the world of show jumping. Also, she has the most precious face, and I adore Palominos, plus her dappling is absolutely stunning. She is going to be a head turner in shows, that is for sure. I mean, it just all made sense. Moving day was an absolute breeze. We took a long drive and then hopped on the ferry to South Hoof for pickup. When I got there, she ran right up to the fence, which I thought was just precious, and I knew in that moment that I had made the right decision. And I swear we didn't color coordinate our outfits, but you would really think we did by looking at us. I mean, come on, look how cute we are. Her owner said it was very bittersweet to see her go, as it was sad to say goodbye, but they were also really excited to see what I would do with her. And with that goodbye, we loaded her up and headed home to the Silverglade Equestrian Center.
From up here, the world seems small.
Once we got home, it was time to do introductions with her hopefully new BFF, and that would be none other than Flamey, my first horse, who is a Connemara pony. She is always the best in the barn with meeting other horses. Whenever I have a project, I put them with Flamey because she does a good job at taking them down a notch if they're being a bit much, but she can also be pretty friendly. When she wants to be at least. And Belle was quite curious. In her old home, she was more of a single pony out in the pasture, so I think she was ready to make a new friend. And besides the occasional chasing around out of excitement, it was probably one of the chillest introductions I've had between 2 horses. Moving day came and went, and when night fell and the ponies were tucked in, all but one little pony went to sleep. Belle paced her stall for a good while before settling in. Buggy was just like, girl, calm down the entire time. According to her previous owners, she had full pasture turnout at South Hoof, so might take a minute before she gets used to the routine of being stalled nightly. All of our horses are stalled for 8 hours, which gives them time to munch on their dinner and breakfast and of course settle down. Needless to say, once she settled in, she seemed pretty content. Move-in day was a couple weeks ago, and I have ridden her a few times since. We started off just trying to get to know each other by doing some groundwork. I had her on a lunge, trotting over ground poles and going over some little jumps to see how she was feeling. Groundwork is great always, but especially when you're first trying to figure one another out. I went on a short hack around the property with her, and although she seems pretty fearless when it comes to jumping, there were a couple of very scary bushes and butterflies along the trails that apparently warranted some pretty startling reactions. But what can I say? They all have their quirks. I rode her a couple times just doing some basic schooling and flat work. As I'm riding her more and more, I am liking her more and more. She's super soft and collected. I'm also noticing she's pretty sensitive, which is fine. It just means I don't have to be so loud with my aids. She really has not missed a beat since she moved. And just yesterday, we had our very first jumping lesson together. I think my trainer was very impressed with her, which is when I really knew I made the best decision. And although I am still getting used to those pony strides between fences, altogether she is such the confidence boost and the perfect new horse for me.
To see the truth around you, from a distance you can tell.
Sometimes competing at the higher levels with Autumn and Buggy can put a lot of pressure on me, so it's going to be really nice to have a stress-free as horses can get, pony to ride, and compete in low-level jumping to really rekindle my passion for this sport. Anyways, everyone, let me know what you guys think of Belle, and also, out of curiosity, what horse you would have gone with. I have no regrets in choosing Belle, and I'm so excited to see where this journey takes the two of us. With that being said, have an amazing week, and I will see you all next time. And this one looks like she is ready for her dinner.
Just take my hand and fly.